Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, and my channel is called TheCutieLemon. And today I'm going to be telling you all about a book I wrote in I think maybe 2018, and how I regret it by publishing it, but I also kind of want to revive it and make it a better book. Because when I self-published it, I realized there was a lot of typos. Some stories didn't make sense. But the more I rethink about it, I really want to make it better, fix it again, and just go from there. So I've been writing a memoir about myself, and I've been posting some of it on Wattpad, and I might put more stuff from this novel that I wrote in 2018 into my Wattpad story. And I'll be submitting it for the Watty Awards this year. But I'm going to be telling you about the story I published back in 2018. So yeah, I think you can still get it on Amazon, I'm pretty sure. And if you want to buy it, I'll link it to the description below. But I really want to tell you all that it's really bad. But if you want to get it, I'm all for it anyways. So yeah. So basically, this was the book I wrote back in 2018. And it looks like this. It's just like a simple cover, and it has clouds on it. And so this book I wrote was called Poet 22 Velo, and it has my name on the bottom. And the reason why I called it Poet 22 Velo back in the time I wrote it was because I was 22 years old, and I wanted to talk about my disability in it, and just different stories. So basically I wrote it in poetry format, which is why it's called Poet 22. So I wrote about it in poem format. I wrote different short stories, fiction short stories, why I wanted to become a writer, and so forth. But I wanted to read the description on the bottom, or the back, I mean. And so I'm gonna be reading it, and it has a story description and about the author summary. So basically what I wrote on the bottom, or back, I don't know why I keep saying it bottom. So basically what I wrote on the back of the book is, I wrote this. My story is about strength, acceptance, and accomplishments. I talk about my disability called velocardio-facial syndrome, which is very rare, and I want to spread awareness. So that's basically what I wanted to come across. But honestly, it wasn't just about my disability. It has some short stories that I wrote. So it kind of I don't know how to explain this, but it kind of went off track from my what my disability is about, to all different fictional stories. So I kind of lied to my readers on what it's really about. So for example, I wrote a story in here, hold on, called it says, the story is called Saying Goodbye Makes Me Cry. And it was a fictional story I wrote at the time. And it was nothing about my disability. And basically what I wrote was, when I was in high school, I had to say goodbye to my best friend. I remember the exact words and everything. I'm going to miss you, I gulped, facing my best friend Amanda. Amanda was talking to some other girl. We were playing indoor soccer during PE class, and we got to take a break. So I basically went on a tangent in a fictional story. But yeah. So on the back of the book also, like I said, I wrote about the author. And basically in about the author summary, I wrote, I love history, music, reading, and I want to inspire people one day. I love learning, going to school. I'm working to earn a history degree. I think history is awesome, even though I kind of said so already. I feel like whatever I wrote was a really bad description because it went like on a tangent. And like it was like writing like how I would talk, and I feel like as if I were to talk, I would say this like really fast, and it goes from point A to point B to point C in a really brisk way. So I really didn't like that about my book. And my poems were just like horrible overall. Like I can read you one of them. I was like, exactly, just exactly. Exactly means everything. Like, tell me how bad that grammar is. Like, what was I thinking? And then I wrote about like my fears. And then I wrote about like random things. Like I wrote about like characters from books, and it was in poem format, and I said, characters created from my mind, they are real people to me. People think I'm crazy. I mentioned to people that my characters are my children. They are my precious children. Speaking of which, they are like newborn babies who are developing into this very ginormous world. My characters made me laugh and made me cry. Getting rid of my characters, no fun. And I don't know if you can see it, probably not, but the no fun is in big, bold letters. And then after no fun, I wrote, I'm sorry I had to get rid of you. To my characters. Amazing how it can connect to my own characters. Which makes complete sense. They are my characters after all. LOL. And then I wrote it like it was a text message. And I'm like, in poetry, who writes like a poem in text message form? So that was really terrible on my part. And then the book format came out weird. It was all like spaced and everything. But yeah, overall, this was a terrible book that I wrote. But like I said, if you want to buy it on Amazon, I encourage you to get it on your own free will because of how horrible it is. And I think it has about only maybe 60 pages. Plus, like, the dedication. I'm not too sure. It really doesn't have a page count. And then, like I said, at the end, I did a dedication, which I think was the best part of the whole book, unfortunately. And it basically says, on my dedication, it says, thank you to my wonderful family. You encouraged me to become an author. Thanks for taking care of me. You guys allowed me to grow into an amazing creative world. And basically with that, like my whole story, it kind of went on a tangent. So, basically in this vlog, I wanted to tell you all about the book I wrote in 2018 and how horrible it was. And how I want to revisit it and publish it into something better. Of course, it would be self-published this time. But I'm looking into different publication services besides Amazon. I'm looking into Barnes & Noble Printing Press and Lulu Publishing Press, something like that. And out of all the services, I think those are the best one. So yeah, wish me luck in writing a memoir again, making it better, and publishing it for Watty Awards. Anyways, have a good day, and have a lot of positivity in your lives. And yeah, so I will link this in the description below. Alright, bye guys.